All right, so here's the review for our quiz that we're going to have today. And we're going to be solving quadratic equations. I will point out that all of these quadratic equations could be solved with the quadratic formula or completing the square, but that may not be the most efficient way. So we'll start off with problem number 1, and I believe what I'll do is I will move my 3 over so that it's now in standard form. Now the quickest thing to do is always factoring. So I'm just going to think in terms of 6, and I've got a 2 and a 3 and a 6 and a 1, and since it's a -6, one of these is negative, and neither one of those is going to add up to the 4 that's in the middle. So then I'm going to use the quadratic formula. It'd be messy to use complete the square because of the 2 in front, so I'm going to use the quadratic formula for those. So we'll do x is equal to the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times 2 times -3 all over 2a, so all over 4. Okay, so I finished it up here, and make sure you got the plus in here in the quadratic formula, and then it will reduce. So 4 over 4 is 1, and 2 over 4 is 1/2, the square root of 10. So I did reduce that for that. So you could also put square root of 10 over 2. All right, so 2. Now this one, you could, again, square it out and put it in standard form, but the easiest thing to do is recognize that this has got that perfect square is equal to a number. So I can take the square root of both sides and get x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus the square root of -8. So x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus, that would be what, 2i radical 2, and then move my 3 over, so x is equal to 3 plus or minus 2i radical 2. Number 3, on this one, let's see, if we tried to do the factoring method, I'm going to get 15, and I keep getting the wrong thing. I get 15, and that's going to be a 15 and a 1, so this will factor. So I get 3x squared plus 15x plus x plus 5, group. So that's 3x times x plus 5 plus 1 times x plus 5. So then it's all equal to 0 over here. And so then I get x plus 5 times 3x plus 1 is 0. So x plus 5 is 0, and 3x plus 1 is 0. So x is -5. And x is equal to -1/3. You might choose and think that you like the quadratic formula on that, but if you think about it, 16 squared gets pretty big, so you might be getting into numbers that you don't want to mess with. And on number 4, 2 numbers that multiply to be -4 and add to 2, we will not be able to do the factoring method on it, and because it starts with a 1, then I am going to do complete the square. So let's review complete the square. So in completing the square, I isolate my x's, so I'm going to move my 4 over there, and then I'm going to take half of 2, which is 1, and square it, so I'm going to add 1 to both sides. Then I'll write this side as x plus 1 squared is equal to 5. Take the square root of both sides, so x plus 1 is plus or minus the square root of 5. And then x is equal to -1 plus or minus the square root of 5. So there are some different ways to work problems, and you may choose that you always love the quadratic formula and you always like to do that, or you may choose that you love to do complete the square and choose to do that always. So here are a few review problems for the complex numbers. So you might go through, pause it and give these a try, and then come back and check and see how you did. All right, y'all need to help each other out, and if I by some chance made a mistake, go find another math teacher to help y'all out and catch it if you think I did, so you feel confident about it. So good luck on your quiz, and we'll pick up on the notes on the Try Me's after the quiz. So maybe one more thing. Remember that when you're multiplying the square roots of negatives, that you need to first take out your I and then multiply to get the I squared, and then that gives you the -4.